Philsaga Mining Corporation is a company dealing in the exploration and extraction of gold. The gold is then processed by its affiliate, the Mindanao Mineral Processing and Refining Corporation. This came about through the acquisition of properties and interests of Banahaw Mining and Development Corporation. In 2008, the company was granted a mineral production sharing agreement with a renewable 25-year term covering an area of 2,538.79 hectares located at Bunawan and Rosario, Agusan del Sur. To date, PMC possesses MPSA tenements covering 14,756.32 hectares and exploration permits covering 10,158.39 hectares. PMC envisions enhancing and sustaining the quality of life of their people and local constituents through cooperation and participation. PMC holds as sacred in their responsibilities to uphold these principles and bind their employees to the end. Co-O Mine has multiple shafts or portals for bringing up and down of mine personnel, supplies, and mine haulage. Existing and operational shafts are Tinago Shaft, Baguio Shaft, Ventilation Shaft, 10W Shaft, and 3W Shaft, Agsao Shaft, and the newly upgraded Level 8 shaft that was completed on schedule. Having a larger skip carrying more passengers in its double-deck man cage, the Level 8 shaft upgrade resulted to an increase of combined mine haulage from approximately 45,000 tons to approximately 60,000 tons per month. Shafts being planned for development are the 15E service shaft and the King Roy shaft. The 15E service shaft, also known as the proposed L15 service shaft, will serve as a centralized entry to the underground of mine personnel as well as supplies, 24 hours, 7 days a week. The King Roy shaft will be developed to a depth of 800 plus meters to access the extension of the gold deposit at depth for an equivalent of another 8 levels below the current lowest mining level. With this shaft, the current capacity of the mine will be sustained, plus an increase in throughput from current 2,200 tons per day to 2,500 tons per day. The total monthly goal of Co-O Mine is 62,512 tons with a grade of 6.03 grams per ton. Co-O Mine's management aims to keep the company solvent through consistently meeting the production goals and delivering the objective of 100,000 ounces of gold annually. To achieve the objective, it requires appropriate mine operations organization, communication, and control and performance measurement. 3 major groups operate in tandem with each other to attain the daily target in terms of tons of ore delivered to the mill plant for processing in a manner that is safe and with minimal impact to the environment. Geology and Exploration Group ensures that mineral resources are identified, evaluated, and proven. Mine Engineering and Planning Group makes certain through appropriate mine design and plans that the mineral resources can be exploited safely and with minimal impact to the environment, profitably, and can sustain steady growth of the business. Mine Operations, in close coordination with Mine Geology and Engineering, implements the plan for mine development, production, mine communications, control procedures, and performance measurements through precise adherence to established standard operating procedures. The Mine Division has a direct underground manpower complement of about 1,800. Co-O Mine has an indicated and inferred total of 28,940,000 tons of mineral resources, 2,560,000 ounces of gold, and a grade of 2.8 grams per ton. In ore reserves, Co-O Mine has a probable total of 1,920,450,000 ounces of gold and a grade of 7.22 grams per ton. PMC and MMPRC have acquired investments for the operations of the mine and mill. PMC also greatly invests in the safety and physical well-being of their miners. Having gone through different trainings such as firefighting, first aid training, mine rescue training, and rope rescue training, PMC miners have received awards for their outstanding safety performance. PMC also has its own hospital within the mine. Philsaga Hospital ensures the safety and preparedness of miner applicants by screening them for pre-employment. The hospital also caters to the health needs of employees and the surrounding communities by providing free consultation, medicine, or other treatments. Under a memorandum of agreement with the Davao Regional Hospital, in cases that the Philsaga Hospital can no longer provide the proper healthcare needed by an employee, the person will be transferred to Davao Regional, with PMC shouldering all medical expenses. In total, 50 employees run the hospital, with 3 regular doctors and 4 retainer doctors. Philsaga Mining Corporation is a socially responsible company that makes substantial contributions to the revitalization and protection of the environment on both the local and national level. PMC conducts regular water quality monitoring. On a monthly basis, samples are taken from discharge at the portal, final discharge at Settling Pond, and upstream and downstream of Agsao Creek, which serves as the catch basin of charges from mine operations. Results of the samples conform to the DENR standard. Since the company employed shrink and room and pillar stope mining method, progressive rehabilitation of underground stopes was conducted through backfilling using waste or gang materials generated from underground development. At the mine site, landslip-prone areas were planted with grass species and cacahuate or gliricidia trees as the pioneer species for revegetation, while other areas were installed with gabions and retaining walls. Other slopes at the mill site were shaped up and laid out with geonet made of water hyacinth and planted with Australian peanut grass. Shotcrete, rock bolt with wire mesh, and grouted riprap were found suitable to support stabilization of slopes. To date, 1,085 hectares have been covered by PMC and MMPRC's Progressive Reforestation Program. These include sites outside the mineral production sharing agreements. Species planted were various indigenous forest trees and fruit-bearing trees. One of the important facilities at the mill and mine sites is the treatment facility for wastewater discharge from operations. At the mine site, the underground water is mitigated for acid mine drainage. The company utilizes caustic soda for pH treatment with the addition of flocculant to enhance the settling of suspended solids present. The settling pond is maintained by suction using the filter press. At the mill site, the discharge or effluent from tailing storage facilities is mitigated for high concentrations of cyanide. The company uses sodium hypochlorite for the detoxification of cyanide. As part of the conditions stipulated on the company's Environmental Compliance Certificate, intensive road maintenance is implemented. Part of the activities are graveling, grading, compaction, and dust suppression using water lorries to spray access roads. Noise levels are monitored on a weekly basis. There are 7 monitoring stations, with 5 at the mill site and 2 in nearby communities. PMC responded to the Adopt a Creek program of EMB by adopting Agsao Creek, as did MMPRC by adopting Bayugan 3 Creek. Water quality monitoring, river cleanup activities, and riparian vegetation enhancement were the activities conducted for the program. PMC has also reforested an area of 125 hectares in support of the National Greening Program. The company also participated in Treevolution Greening Mindanao, an event which attempted to break the Guinness World Record for the most number of trees planted simultaneously in multiple locations within 1 hour. It is PMC's purpose and interest to become an industry leader in the production of precious metals, safe to the employees, the community, and the environment in which they are located.